Hi guys, Jeremy McIntyre here from 21st Century Education. I wanted to have a quick chat to you today. I'm just back from my European vacations. God bless, how great is it over there in the European summer to escape our Australian winter. But it got me thinking while I was there, life is really too short. I've always said this, to simply work for money. We're only on this planet for a limited time, and it's really, we need to free ourselves to really travel the world or have those experiences. I often believe, people should invest more in experiences than material possessions, because you can't take the material possessions with you, but you'll have your memories forever. And it become a little bit frustrating, even though as an educator for the last 2 decades, many of you know my background. I've been fortunate enough to help tens of thousands of people escape the rat race and effectively have what I call the laptop lifestyle. And I've been able and blessed in my life to live that laptop lifestyle for the last probably almost 2 decades now. So, but I certainly don't take it for granted, because most people on the planet don't have that freedom to be able to work from anywhere in the world and derive an income. So I wanted to share this video for those many clients, friends, and people in my network have been asking, and how can I have a laptop lifestyle for those who don't have it? How can I make at least just $10,000 a month from my laptop working from anywhere in the world? So if that's of interest to you, that's what I've created this video about, to have a chat with you and share with you how I think that is possible. So what I've decided to do on returning back from Europe to be back here in Australia is to look at creating a 2.5-day program. The first one will be held as a live-in retreat here on the Gold Coast, in my Gold Coast residence, which actually you might be able to see just behind me. That's where we'll be hanging out for 2.5 days, not just with myself, but with some pretty smart individuals that know all about creating a laptop lifestyle. So what I really want to do is go, how can I help my clients generate at least $10,000 a month as quickly as possible? Because for most people that would be enough to really, free them up, where if they could derive that income from literally working from a laptop anywhere in the world, whether you want to travel the world. Like I was thinking recently when I was traveling in Europe, that you literally, even the concept of having a permanent home these days, the future trend is not only people being able to work thanks to the internet, etc., from anywhere in the world, but even people eventually, a lot of people have a nomadic digital life, like the digital nomad, where you literally don't even have to have a permanent house. With Airbnb and things like that these days, if you have your income where you don't have to shop for a job to get paid, that money comes in anyhow. You can literally live 3 or 4 places around the world. Well, I'm fortunate. I live, obviously, part of the year in the Gold Coast as my home base, but I've always lived in at least 2 cities, a lot of time in Melbourne, New York, LA, and now I spend a lot more time in Bali. And of course, my plan is to spend every European summer in Mykonos and places like that. But having that time freedom enables you to do that. A lot of people think it's just money that you need to have for lifestyle, which is, of course, money's a big part of it. But if you have that money coming in while you sleep effectively, you don't need as much of it. I remember one of my earliest mentors, Tony Robbins, who many of you I've encouraged over the years to go and learn from, a very powerful individual. But he used to talk about years ago when his mentor shared with him, on a snow skiing trip. He said, Tony, the challenge you have, even though you're doing very well, is that the time we get to the top of the mountain on the ski lift, is that you will be poorer and I will be richer. And the difference is that his mentor at the time was obviously making money while he slept effectively. His money was coming in, didn't have to be at work, where Tony had to be on stage speaking, to derive an income. So it's really that concept. If you can generate revenue, and there's no excuse now these days. I mean, I have so many clients that are doing so well from a laptop lifestyle, and people that really struggled in the past, that couldn't get anything to succeed, but now are able to earn not just 6 figures, but 7-figure incomes. Of course, I've been blessed, in my career as an educator, meeting amazing people, like one of our 21st century speakers and a friend in Melbourne, Australia. He's gone out in recent years and built an e-commerce business, literally taking on Amazon, has now built a $500 million company. A great guy, just very smart, very focused. Now, I'm not here to suggest that, you're going to go out and build a $500 million company, but if we can just take a few distinctions, like off these types of people. Another mate that used social media to grow a $100 million global empire, just key distinctions using Instagram in that case. Another two young teenagers on the Gold Coast built a $100 million business simply using Instagram. Others have built it using all different facets of e-commerce. So what I'm going to be sharing in this program is multiple ways to do this. There's not just one way, like whether you can use Instagram to really leverage yourself, or whether you can use Facebook or YouTube, etc. It's not so much about that. It's about a few key distinctions of what you have to do to build a successful e-commerce business. But I'll also teach you how to generate the cash flow from that, where you can reinvest it into other investments, whether it's using new technology, the things that I've done to generate a substantial amounts of passive income, taking advantage of technology. And I think the mistake a lot of people make is they think they have to know everything before you get started. If you've been to any of my events before, I'm very much about getting you into action very quickly, and that's what we'll be doing at these laptop retreats. So I'm doing 2 retreats. The first one is how to make $10,000 plus per month working from your laptop anywhere in the world, and the second one will be much more advanced. Will be how to make $100,000 a month plus working from your laptop anywhere in the world. Of course, you need to do the first one before you can do the second one. But even if you're already succeeding, I've had many people, when I posted a couple of days ago about this, already succeeding on e-commerce, that want to come because they realize it's just one little distinction. Is that all you got from the event? Can literally transform your business. It's just, as I said, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know a few certain things. And if you know the right things to do, you can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of heartache. And the good thing about these opportunities, they don't require almost zero capital. So they are available to most people. So of course, the first one is limited to 15 people. It's going to be a live-in retreat here on the Gold Coast. So there'll be an application you'll have to fill out if you wish to be a part of this, resonates with you, something you want to learn and hang out with me for 2.5 days, and a few other people I'll be inviting in to share with you. And it'll be a combination of not just a seminar content, but kind of like almost one-on-one consulting. I mean, I charge upwards of $2,000 US an hour to help people, but I rarely have time to do that. I just one-on-one consulting is something I just don't have time to do a lot of. But you can get 2.5 days with me for pretty much the same as what you'd pay for an hour of my time. So I think it made it in a way that it's affordable. I could easily charge $10,000, $15,000 to people around the world that want to come and learn this stuff, because one, you can be making that in a single month, and there'll be people that will make that within a month after doing this event. You'll also learn from people that are making 6 figures per month, so you'll see what's really possible out there. Anyhow, if you want, join me in my home office. I'll go in there in just a moment. I'll share a little bit more conceptually what I mean about how you can go about creating a blueprint using e-commerce to set yourself up for life. Let's chat soon.